Hey everybody, welcome back to another action-packed, exciting episode of Scotty's Record Shop. Before we get into the subject at hand, I want to say hello and welcome to our new subscribers. It is so nice to have... I know I say it every single video, but I really do appreciate not just the new subscribers, but you, right there, you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Anyway, the subject at hand, after I made the thumbnail, I thought, is everybody going to understand what that actually means? I don't know if people in other countries would get it or not, but so I'll describe it. Are we being milked? Is the name of this particular video. Another way of saying it is, we being taken advantage of? Are our wallets being squeezed bone dry? Are we victims of the music industry? Very interesting. Now, this subject came up because I don't know why, but lately, almost every video I've watched, people are going, well, I got this new release and yeah, it cost a little bit, but I'm trying to not look at it. Whatever, you know. And I mean, it's no secret that the price of music, even on CD, is going up a lot lately. And I want to address that. I want to say, I want to put this in context. Pat my kitty cat as he goes by. I want to put this in context. Let's go back 50 years. Even though I'm only holding up 5 fingers because I don't have 50 fingers. Anyway, let's go back 50 years. 1975, the average price of a double album was about $6 to $7. There were a few that were a little more expensive, and there were some, maybe less desirable that were a little cheaper. So we're going to say $7. Okay? Put that in the little calculator. And I was never very good at math. I confess. That's why I'm making YouTube videos. I'm not an accountant, okay? Anyway, put that in a calculator that shows what it would be in today's values. About $35 for a double album. Now wait a minute. Everybody's paying the average price honestly now for a double album is $45 to, if you're lucky, $45 to like the brand new George Harrison double album is $60. When you go to Acoustic Sounds, great place, Acoustic Sounds, to get one of those double albums, those those Atlantic reissues that they're doing there, the 75th things, $60 for 245 RPM pieces of vinyl that are really good. Now, I am not picking on Chad at all at Acoustic Sounds. I've gotten some stuff from them, top notch, great stuff. But I just want to put this stuff in perspective, and I'm speaking as a layman. I'm sure that I know that I don't know all the facts, but I know enough to make me dangerous, okay? Just enough to make me dangerous. If you do the math on $60 and you make 5,000, that's the really exciting number. 5,000 limited edition, 5,000. You do that. Now this is just, I'm not talking profit. I'm talking clear if there was no manufacturing involved or anything, which is obviously not true. $300,000. That's what you'd make. Now you have to figure. There's, in the case of a lot of these older issues, there's licensing fees. MoFi, we'll talk about MoFi charging $125 for one of those one steps. And I've already kind of given my opinion a little bit about those, about the prices and stuff. But you sell 5,000 of those, right? At $125 each, you're talking over $600,000. Now they spend a lot of money. Their packaging is really good. Um, a lot of these reissued packagings are really good. I'm going somewhere with this, kids. Trust me. So you figure with the licensing fees, with the manufacturing, because quite honestly, if you look at the like Acoustic Sounds, everything's done in house. Now that doesn't mean you don't have to pay anything. He's got employees, he's got upkeep, he's got all kinds of stuff. Let's just say to mass produce 5,000 copies of an album. I should have pulled out an album. Should have pulled out one of those things I got from Acoustic Sounds double album. They sound great, by the way. I'm just saying. Let's just be really go overboard here. Okay, this is not a realistic number. Let's just say with getting somebody to remaster it, to have everything done, to press everything, to ship everything, it's going to cost you $150,000, which is totally unrealistic. You're making $150,000 off of that, and that's clear profit. Half of that clear profit that goes into the big guy's pocket. Now, like I said, I'm going somewhere with this. I don't particularly love the way that the price of albums, CDs, music is going up. But it's called a music business. It's an industry. People are in this to make money. Now, if we continue, and I'm not saying to not buy this stuff, but if we continue to just buy it and make videos, this costs so much, or like I said with a few people, God love them, they went like this. They went, I can't see anything. I mean, you could tell that they were pissed off and that they didn't like paying that amount of money for that. And honestly, I do that sometimes too. But we do it. It's a supply and a demand situation. We keep buying this stuff, kids. So why the hell not keep selling it to us? And why not inch prices up little bit by little bit? Now, mind you, cost of living and everything continuously goes up. In case you haven't noticed, it's expensive to live. And quite honestly, although from a buyer's perspective, I'm like, oh God, how much more is this going to keep going up? From a business perspective, I'm like, hey, let's just see how far we can get here. Let's see what we can do here. And you know what? In reality, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's nothing wrong with us saying, we're not going to pay $150 for an album. We're done. And guess what will happen? Prices will start going down. They will. It's all about supply and demand. Now, and I don't mean, and I'm by no means, again, if I haven't gotten this across, I'm not crapping on the music industry people who are making money. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time. Trust me, in 1975, when they were charging $650 for an album, for a double album, they were making pretty damn good money back then. And in the middle of that, we had the oil embargo, all that crisis stuff that was going on, energy crisis, the stuff to make vinyl was getting more expensive, and the price kind of crept up. I remember in 1981, MCA Records had the gall to raise the price of a single LP up to $9.99, and Tom Petty, God bless his soul, said, no way in hell you're going to charge $9.99 for my new album, which was Hard Promises, right? It's 81. Great album, by the way. And he fought the record companies. Other people just went, because it's a business. It's a business, kids. But there are some I don't want to say smaller companies because I don't want to insult them, but there are some smaller companies that are making great. They're reissue companies that are making great, great, especially compilation CDs. I've been kind of looking at those a lot lately, and one company in particular. And I don't want to gush all over them, but they're a really interesting company out of the UK, and I don't quite understand the structure of it. They're called Cherry Red. If you look up cherryreduk.com, you'll see all of their stuff. They new stuff, old stuff. There's several, I guess, record labels that are underneath that umbrella of Cherry Red Records. There's I can't think of it. Lemon Records. There's a Soul Music Records. And they're a reissue firm mostly, but the price of their products are really reasonable, you know, and their products look really good. I'm going to let you know. You'll probably be hearing more on this channel about that company because I've actually kind of ordered some stuff, and I'm going to do some reviews here on a couple things that they had put out. That I really was interested in, and I've heard good things from other people. So take heart, look around, you know, and you know, we don't have to be like the Joneses. Just because the new Steely Dan, you know, One Step came out, you don't need it necessarily, especially if you can't afford it. It is what it is. Your copy of Asia probably sounds pretty damn good. It's okay. Anyway, did I ramble? Yes, I did. Do I usually ramble? Yes, I do. And I appreciate each and every one of you who sat through this silliness. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. Let them know, you know, that Scotty's Record Shop is back in town. Okay, kiddies? Until next time, peace and love.